And we go to Topanga, California, and Curtis. Hi, Curtis. Dennis Prager.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Great. I've always wanted to ask you this. I know you were born into an Orthodox Jewish family, and I believe you said you went to a yeshiva for 14 years. And I know you're still observant, but you are no longer Orthodox. And I always wondered why. And a couple of years back, I saw you debate Alan Dershowitz here in L.A., and at that debate, you said that in Judaism there are too many rules. So I was wondering what you meant by that and why you're no longer Orthodox.
Well, you sort of hit it by hearing that line. I do believe there are too many rules, yes. And
right.
What has happened, I mean, I could speak about this and in fact have. And by the way, to Orthodox Jews, tremendous credit. I have been asked to speak on this before Orthodox audiences, which is fascinating because in Jewish life, which I've been very active, wrote 2 books on Judaism, hundreds of articles, have lectured in hundreds of synagogues, and continued to do so. It's fascinating that the Orthodox are open enough to hear a totally dissenting view by inviting me to speak, whereas the Reform the Reform Convention, for example, would never invite me, and it's not because of anti-reform. It's because I am conservative politically, because leftism has, for all intents and purposes, become, for very, very many, not all, of course, rabbis, the meaning of their Jewish existence. The meaning of Judaism is left-wing politics. And therefore, if you are a conservative, you are not tolerated. You can't even be heard. So the Orthodox have asked me this very same question, because I do have Orthodox beliefs. I believe in Revelation at Sinai. I believe, obviously, in God, in what I call the Jewish Trinity, God, Torah, Israel. And I didn't make that up. It's thousands of years old, that concept. But to answer you in a nutshell, yes, I do believe that there have been too many man-made laws, not Torah laws, too many man-made laws over the course of centuries. And that there's never a removal. There's only addition, and
right.
and some of them actually, in my opinion, actually go against what the Torah would have wanted. As, for example, adding an 8th day to Passover if you are in the diaspora, when the Torah says you should have Passover for 7 days.
Right. When I heard you say that, I immediately thought of a yarmulke. You know, nowhere in the Torah does it say you're supposed to wear a yarmulke.
Well, yes, all right, but Judaism, and I acknowledge this, Judaism isn't only the Torah, any more than Catholicism is only the Old and New Testaments. So that's a totally legitimate thing. I don't have a problem with that, but I have a problem with treating rabbinic law as if it were divine. Thank you for that. The reason that I took it, because obviously most people listening, the vast majority are not Jews, but these ideas have enabled me, my struggles within Judaism have enabled me to empathize with people struggling as Catholics, as Protestants, as Mormons and others. I've said over and over, it's great to struggle with your religion. It's not great to leave it. See, that's a very, and I learned that from my own struggles. These things are universal. The particulars are particular, obviously. But the principle of, oh, well, I don't agree with my religion about X, so I'll stop being a member of the religion is an odd thing. You would never apply that anywhere else. You don't agree with your party, like the Republican Party, on 2 or 3 or 5 even ideas that are in their platform. So you're going to leave the party, or if you're a Democrat, same thing. We have very odd standards for religion. It's almost like if it doesn't 100% accord with what I think, then I will leave it. Is the sum total of it true? Yes. Is the sum total of it good if lived properly will I be a better person? That's the question. Those are the questions. All right, back in a moment.